He's been involved in the network marketing profession for 20 years. He's been full-time for 14 years. He was super successful before he ever walked onto a network marketing stage. And I got to know him, knew of him, but got to know him in our time at Jeunesse together. And we traveled the world together. I can tell you that between him and Calvin Becerra, there's nobody that works harder. But one of the things that I noticed about this guy is that every time I'm around him, he's always getting better. You see, as a human being, you're like a piece of fruit. You are either ripe or you are rotten. You are never staying the same. And he made a commitment years and years ago to every day of his life, when he wakes up, he's going to get better that day. His people love him because he's a giver. His people love him because he's a server. His people follow him because he leads by example. There's a lot of times where I ask Kevin, where's Cedric? I have no idea, but he's working. Where's Cedric? I have no idea, but I know he's working. Because he works and 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 he works. He sets that example. His people in this room, like CJ, they watch him and they watch and they do what they see. He's one of my heroes in this business. He's one of the best teachers that this industry has ever seen. And he doesn't teach from something he reads out of a book. He teaches on things that he's done and that he's the best in the world at doing. So if you would, let's get some energy in this room. Let's get up on your feet. Let's give an incredible Academy Award, Jeunesse welcome to Mr. Cedrick Harris.
Here I come.
What's up? Thank y'all. I appreciate it. That's my jam. Some of y'all, you know, you got that one song. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. You know, you got that one song that just gets you going. Oh, man, Fugees. So today, I have the pleasure to share with you some information about customer acquisition. We're going to talk about gathering customers. There's only a few things that we do here as builders and as network marketers. Number one, we go out and we sponsor new distributors. Number two, we go out and we gather customers. Number three, we go out and we teach new distributors how to sponsor and gather customers. Everything else is community service. So how many of y'all in here want to learn how to make more money? Awesome, 16 of you. I'm going to try that again. All righty, so let's talk about it here really quickly. You know, as builders inside of Jeunesse, we have to really truly thank the visionary eyes that Scott, Wendy, and Randy have to be able to give us what I'm going to share with you here today. Some of you are aware of it, and some of you are not. And first things first, I want you to understand that we have a distributor model, and you now have an affiliate model also inside of the United States. But this customer model is for affiliates and distributors inside of the United States. I want to make sure that everybody's clear of that, because a lot of people get it confused that they think that the customer acquisition is only for affiliates. And the customer acquisition is for affiliates and distributors. So, anybody ever heard of this little company here, Walmart? Okay. Now, I want you to think about this for a second. What does Walmart have more of, customers or employees? Customers, right? They've got more customers, right? Now, they might not have the greatest customer experience like Ryan was talking about earlier, but they've got more what? Customers. Now, I want you to think about this for a second. What if every time you walked into Walmart, instead of the person saying, "May I help you?" they automatically assume that you came there for a job, and they immediately pass you an application? Soon as you walked in the door, it was just application after application after application after application. Now, all of you are entrepreneurs. There's about 90% of you will feel disrespected. I know if Kevin walked in Walmart right now and they passed him an application, he would look at him very weird. Okay? Now, why do I bring that up? Why do I bring that up? It's because a lot of times as distributors, the only thing that we see are new distributors. That's it. Sometimes we walk around with commission breath. New distributor, new distributor, new distributor, new distributor, new distributor, new distributor. And distributors are great. This is how we build our business. But remember, as I started this off, I said what? We sponsor new distributors, we gather customers, and we teach new distributors how to sponsor new distributors and gather customers. Now, customers are the backbone of any and all businesses. They're the backbone. If we think about what we have here at Jeunesse, think about the phenomenal products that we have. Are these life-changing products or life-changing products? So if you think about the fact that you have Revitability, you have Reserve, you have Reveal, unless you have my haircut, you have Instantly Ageless, you have all these other different products, right, that are the backbone of building any business. So instead of overthinking this, I want you to think about this, and a lot of you heard me say this before, but so many times we overthink this. Who do you know that has a face? It's weird to me. People say, well, Cedric, who am I going to talk to? I don't know. Who has a face? Who do you know that has a throat? Do you know anybody who has a throat? Who do you know that has hair? Do you know anybody who wants to shave off a few pounds? Who do you know that woke up this morning and said, I can't wait to look like I'm 262 years old? Everybody wants to look younger and what? Feel younger. They have to turn the lights on when I get into the crowd because I'm a little darker. Everybody wants to look younger and feel younger, right? So we don't need to overthink the process of who do we talk to. Now, a lot of time when we strategically target distributors, we are thinking, oh my goodness, this person might be a sapphire. This person could be a diamond. This person could be a triple galactic. If I could just find somebody that has the energy of Stephanie that can go out and recruit the whole world, this will be great. There's only one Stephanie Nichols, one. But I want you to think about all the customers. Think about that. Everybody become a bobblehead. There's a lot of customers out there, right? There's a lot of people who want to make money, yes. But there's a lot of people who want to look sexy. Don't they? I mean, come on, who woke up and said, I can't wait until I'm in a nursing home? Nobody woke up and said that. Everybody wants to look younger and feel younger. What's dominated on social media and what's dominated in your magazines? Health, wellness, the way people look, right? It was a big deal with the whole Peloton Christmas commercial stuff because they were talking about, fat shaming or whatever. There was a big deal about that. All they did, though, was just give them more advertisement. Yeah. And if you sit back and you think about it, people want to look younger and feel younger. So we have the ability to do that with these phenomenal products. We've got the best products in network marketing. I hope you guys understand that. There's a lot of new people here that don't understand that just yet. We have the best products in network marketing, and the proof is in the pudding from the numbers that Scott showed you. There is no other direct selling network marketing company that has done 5 straight years of $1 billion plus per year. Not one. You need to woo harder than that. This whole room should sound like a bunch of people that understand who Ric Flair is. Woo! Do you see how big that is? That is crazy. Now, that's because of the products they spend a significant amount of time to make sure that they are giving us the best products. Now, Wendy is extremely smart. So she understands that we've got a room full of networkers, right? So it's like, okay, if we want to get more customers, and this program is in the United States right now, if we want to get more customers, we've got to seduce you all. We've got to seduce you. Like, we got to give you what? A reason, right? Because y'all are like, well, I mean, how much are they going to pay us for it? I mean, Cedric, I do know a lot of people who got a face. I know a whole lot of people who want to lose some weight. I know a lot of people who got some hair. But how much are you going to pay me to go get them? Now, before I get into the numbers, I want you to think about this. The average person in network marketing recruits 2.5 people. Some of y'all didn't know that. The average person in network marketing recruits 2.5 people. Take all the companies on planet Earth, plus Venus, plus Pluto, that are in network marketing, put them on a globe, spin it counterclockwise, take a dart, throw it at it, and the average person, no matter what company it is, recruits 2.5 people. So if that's the case, and all of you know someone who has a face, all of you know someone who has a throat, all of you know someone who has hair, all of you know someone that wants to look younger and feel younger, if you think about it, how simple is it to go out and gather some customers? So let's talk about the seduction / the commission. Now, the other thing I want you to think about is this. So many of you in the room, you want to make thousands of dollars, right? You heard my upline and good friend, Tony McKnight. First of all, I mean, I got the sexiest and coolest upline. I got Tony McKnight, I got Kevin Shakir, I got Stephanie Nichols, Teresa Gregory. I mean, we just blessed. This team is blessed. But I want you to think about this. I want you to think about this for a second. So many of you want to become diamond. How many of you want to become diamond in the room? Great. 32 of you. We doubled the number. We're getting there. Let me try this again. You know, maybe I need to add something else to it. How many of you want to become triple diamond? You want to be Teresa Gregory when you grow up. Okay, I get it. Like, diamond is cool, saying, but I want to be Teresa Gregory when I grow up. Okay, I get it, all right. One of the ways to be able to do this is for you to understand numbers. People lie, numbers don't. So let's talk about some numbers here real quick. The average person in direct selling and network marketing, if they're making $300+ a month, the magic number actually is about $350 a month. If they're making around $350 a month, they don't quit. They don't quit. If your auto ship is a little under $100 and you're making $350 a month, what is the purpose to quit? There is none. Do you realize the average person who lost their home to foreclosure was a little over $300 a month away from keeping their home? Now, I know some of you are in the room saying, well, you know, Cedric, I want to make more than $300 a month. I understand that. But remember what servant-driven leadership is all about. It's not about you. It's about how many people that you can serve and help. $300 a month can change a lot of people's lives. $300 a month, that's a power bill. That's a power bill, unless you live in Kevin's house. $300 a month is groceries. $300 a month is a nice car note. $300 a month is Waffle House where I'm from for a month. $300 a month can change a lot of things. I want you to think about what $300 to $400 a month can do in the average household. So let's look at numbers, right? From $1 to $299. Now, if you look here, the average customer order in Janessa is right around $120. So we ran these numbers out for you. From $1 to $299, we're paying a 12% commission. So if you sell from $1 to $299, you're going to get paid 12%. Did my slide? Oh, I thought my slide went back. You're going to get paid 12%. If you go from $300 to $1,499, from $300 to $1,499, that's 15% commission. Now, let's stop right there for a second. That's around $90 a month. Now, where I'm from, that's called free auto ship, correct? That's free auto ship. How many of you in the room like the word free? Great, awesome. 17 of you. The rest of you like paying for stuff for no reason. Okay? If you sit back and think about that, that's free auto ship. Well, let's take it one step further. $300 to $14.99, that's 15% commission. That's a tinge under $200 a month. Now, this is where it gets really sweet. From $1,500 to $19.99, you're at a 20% commission. You get a 20% commission. In this example, you're making a little under $400 a month. Now, the average customer order is how much? 120. I'm just under the assumption if you start on your telephone with the letter A, everybody in your phone with the letter A has a face. Everybody in your telephone with the letter B has a throat. Everybody in your telephone with the letter C probably has hair, unless my name is in your phone, or CJ's. Everybody in your phone that starts with the letter D maybe want to save off a few pounds. Everybody in your phone with the letter E has cells inside of their body. They could use some Revita Blue. So, take it one step further and you're a rock star. Someone like Misty. What's up, Misty? $2,000 a month, 25% commission. Now, here's where this gets sexy. When you hit these numbers, ladies and gentlemen, when you get these people on auto ship, which is the name of the game, they could be one-off customers, yes. They could be one-off customers. But you get these folks on auto ship, the following month, you're going to be making between 12 to 25% residual on those same customers. Is that sexy or is that sexy? I don't think y'all heard me. Let me try that again. If you, I'm good. If you know what, they don't know our product, Stephanie. Yeah, let me get some of that black water.
Cedric water.
This is black water. Some of y'all will catch a joke later. I had to make sure y'all could see me. You start off this month from 12 to 25% commission, and whatever layer you close the month off at, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, that following month, that's where you're beginning at. Is that cool or is that cool? And you're making between 12 to 25% commission every single month that you have that layer of customers. Anybody wants to build more customers now? We made it sweeter for you, though. We made it sweeter for you, though, because at the same time, thank you, Stephanie, at the same time, you now have one set price on your products in the United States. So the same price that you're paying as a distributor is the same price that your customers are paying at the same time, that you're now making 12 to 25% commission on. So how do you go out and get these customers? First of all, you ask people for a favor. Everybody say favor. Now, when you ask somebody of a favor, one of the first things they think of is how much. I remember 20 plus years ago when I first got into network marketing, I asked my dad to do me a favor. I said, Dad, I need a favor. My dad looked right at me in my eyes and said, how much? And I said, I don't need your money. He said, great. What do you want? And had to go through my network marketing pitch that he turned me down on. Isn't that amazing how your own parents will tell you no? And some of y'all get upset and join the, witness protection program like you're running from the feds or something. My mommy told me this isn't going to work. It's a pyramid scheme. I'm going to go to jail like Bernie Madoff. Again. You can use that as motivation, or you can listen. So you start off by asking people for a favor in your hot market. Everybody say hot. Oh, my goodness. You got a cold market, a warm market, and a hot market. Hot. Ooh, y'all are getting it now. Now, a hot market, those are the people who really love you. At 3 o'clock in the morning, if your car went flat and your cell phone had one little bar left on it and you were stuck in the middle of the highway, who would you call? That's your hot market. If you were having if you knew that you are pregnant and you told your mother and your sister first, who's the third person that you call? That's your hot market. I hope you already called your husband. That would be a problem. That's your hot market. Okay? Now, when we think about hot market, how many of y'all have ever bought Girl Scout cookies before? Man, those Do-si-dos are the bomb, right? Do-si-dos, Thin Mints. You know, I remember they used to always knock on my dad's door all the time. And my dad would always be buying these Do-si-dos, man, those Do-si-dos and Thin Mints. And one day I asked my dad, I said, listen, why do you always buy the Do-si-dos and Thin Mints all the time? He was like, Sam, I love these cookies. These cookies are great. And I'm like, yeah, Dad, but you only have one front tooth. Like, how does that work out with these Do-si-dos and Thin Mints? Like, I don't get it. I mean, that didn't work out too well for me. He bought them a lot of times because the Girl Scouts asked for a what? Favor. See, a lot of times he didn't even need the cookies. A couple of years ago, the Girl Scouts knocked on my door. Mr. Harris, we're raising some money, Girl Scouts, blah, blah, blah. I live in Florida. It's 762 degrees in the shade. When I moved to Florida, I was light-skinned. Things changed. And they knocked on my door one day, and it was literally 100 degrees outside. Literally. I kid you not. The young lady said, Mr. Harris, I need a favor, blah, blah, blah. And I looked at her sheet of paper, and she only had 2 names on it. Now, I live in a pretty nice neighborhood, and I said, how many boxes of cookies have you sold? Well, I've only had 2 people that have bought cookies from me. And I'm like, really? That's interesting. That's only in this neighborhood, only 2 people live. I said, how many boxes do you have at home? And she told me, I said, I'm buying them all. She was like, you're gonna buy them all? Her mom started tearing up. And she said, why are you buying them all? I said, because she doesn't have to knock on any other doors. I did her a what? A favor. She was asking for a favor. Now, the neighbor's next door dog loved it because they were in the garage, and he was sneaking to the garage and grab my doggone cookies, and I had to go to the neighbor and say, you owe me money. That didn't work out too well. Back to the subject at hand. So at Girl Scouts, you want to do what? You want to ask people for a what? A favor. You want to ask them for what? A favor. To try a product that you already have. To try a product that you know that could change their life. Now, we don't have to become doctors and break down exactly what it is and all that good stuff. So we've got a little script up here for you. There's a couple of words on here that aren't perfect, but we want to start off with a favor. Hey, Johnny, I need a favor. What's that? Listen, I just got started with a global health and wellness company, and we market different products that are backed by science and technology. I need a favor. I just want you to just try out one of my products. If you like it, I'll show you how you can get it at wholesale pricing. If you don't like it, I promise you, I'll never talk to you about it ever again. Can you do me a favor and just try one of my products? I did that on purpose. You know why I did that on purpose? Because first one talks loses. Some of you talk yourself right out of business. You talk yourself right out of business because you keep selling. After you ask the question, you hush. I don't care if it's 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 50 seconds, or 2 minutes. 30 seconds of silence is like a lifetime. You just hush. Well, sure, I'll buy one of your products. Awesome. Send them to your website, they buy a product. Is that hard? Is that hard? No. Do you understand it's a lot easier to gather a customer than it is to get a distributor? And guess who becomes a lot of your best distributors? Your customers. Why? Because they're on the product and they what? Believe. They've seen the results for themselves. Isn't it a lot easier for someone to share the results from something that they're already utilizing? Don't you think a car salesman that works at a BMW dealership that drives a BMW can sell more BMWs than the car salesman that drives a Honda into work at the BMW dealership? He or she already what? Believes. You don't have to sell that person on that. So if that's the case, we understand that we can build a global base. We can have customers, we can have distributors. Now, am I telling you to go 100% to gather customers? No, we are still building teams. On the same token, if you want a sticky business, everybody say sticky. You want a sticky business, you want customers and distributors. Everybody say the word and. I did not say or. I said and. You want customers and distributors. Because when you have customers and distributors, this builds you a healthy business. It builds us a healthy company. It keeps us really sticky for the next 10, 15, 20 years. And guess what happens if we all start to add more customers to our business? Guess what happens to that $1 billion? It gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So I want you all to do me a favor because I'm a little bit over my time. I want you all to do me a favor. I can end this by talking about where you can learn about it at, and I just want to be clear with this here really quickly. This customer acquisition program, inside of North America, inside of the United States, is for regular distributors that are in the room, as well as for affiliates. It's for both. It's not either or. Lucy West wanted me to make sure that I distinctly told that to everybody, because there's a lot of questions. Well, is that just for affiliates? No. In the United States, it's for distributors and affiliates. Everybody clear with that? Okay. So I want you all to do me a favor. I was thinking about this in the back, and I'm like, man, I want to end this with like a little bang. I want to end this sexy, right? Like Mark comes out here with cool sunglasses on and 8 Mile music, and I got to end this thing sexy. So I need y'all to do me a favor. On the count of 3, you're going to start off slowly and just say, customers, 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 customers. And you're going to start to get louder and louder and louder and louder until we upset the people that are hanging out at the doors right now looking at me like I'm crazy. You with me? Can you guys do this with me? Okay, so on the count of 3, work with the kid. You got any music to go with this DJ Who Kid? Talk to me, DJ Who Kid. What you got back there, bro? I know you got something. You got something that you can tone it up? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All righty, on the count of 3, we're going to start off low, and then we're going to raise it up, and the DJ is going to raise up along with you. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Okay, I need some class participation for this to work. I can't do it on my own. Okay, so on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Customers, 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 customers. Let's get more customers, everybody. Thank y'all, Jeanette. Love you guys.